My name is Leanne Edwards, and I'm speaking to you from Chicago, Illinois. My social enterprise is to bring nonviolent communication to Chicago as job creation, employing peacemakers in all 50 Chicago districts. Nonviolent communication answers two questions: what happens to disconnect us from our compassionate nature, leading us to behave violently and exploitatively? And conversely, what empowers some to stay connected to our compassionate nature, even under the worst circumstances? Nonviolent communication has been a turnkey in my own healing with complex post-traumatic stress. I experience these principles as every man's peace. Instead of habitual automatic reactions, my words become a conscious response based firmly on awareness and what I perceive, feel, and want in the moment. As Khalil Gibran wrote, "I shall listen to the language of your soul as the shore listens to the story of the waves." This is an organic process. Infused with my own uniqueness, I now experience my healing as validation, empowerment, and support. The general experience from others engaging nonviolent communication is poignant realization, surprised and empowered by discovering an individual's greatest need and an awareness of how behavior can ensure unhappiness. Nonviolent communication was founded by Dr. Marshall Rosenberg in 1985. Dr. Rosenberg's essential childhood experience beginning in 1943 was a preoccupation with the crucial role of language and our use of words. He identified a special approach, speaking and listening, that leads us to give from the heart, connecting with ourselves and each other that allows our natural compassion to flourish. Nonviolence is used as a term defined by Gandhi, refer to our natural state of compassion when violence has subsided from the heart. Dr. Rosenberg has dedicated more than 30 years of his life to living and teaching this approach worldwide. Arun Gandhi's dedication to Dr. Rosenberg reads in part, "This world is what we have made of it. If it is ruthless today, it is because we have made it ruthless by our attitudes. If we change ourselves, we can change the world, and changing ourselves begins with changing our language and our methods of communication." The Center for Nonviolent Communication is a collaborative hub that currently enjoys active trainers on 4 continents, 24 countries, and 7 states in America. In the state of Illinois, there are only 3 active trainers in the suburbs and outlying areas. There are no trainers in Chicago. The Center for Nonviolent Communication, its global allies, and international reputation will be a contribution to employ peacemakers here in Chicago in a relatively short period of time. 30 years of experience with these principles in all walks of life can only be an asset to a startup organization.
Get good at expressing 2 things. What's alive in you right now, and what would make life more wonderful. Learn how to say just that without any criticism or demand. Just say what's alive in you, how you are, in other words, and what would make life wonderful. And no matter what other people say, hear only what's alive in them and what would make life wonderful.
The city of Chicago consists of roughly 2 million people and enjoys a legendary iconic reputation of crime and corruption. The crimes of culture for the city of Chicago are an all-inclusive complicity and willful blindness. Legislators, lawyers, justices, and public servants rank as the second worst system in the country. The murder rate in violent crime is second to none in the country. The pay-to-play with corporations and government contracts is alive and well and firmly entrenched in Chicago politics. Most recently are parking meters, traffic cameras, and mayoral campaign contributions. We have set the bar for fraud and embezzlement with federal dollars in Medicare and Medicaid with our hospitals, clinics, and nursing homes. The discrepancy in rich to poor ratio sets the nation's standard, currently playing out on the national stage with our public school system versus charter school funding. Recently, Larry Bennett wrote his perspective on the city of Chicago in the Chicago Tribune entitled "Coming to Terms with the Reality of Our City." Chicagoans are prone to unreflectively imbibe and recirculate civic myths. In many ways, our famous city is, to this day, famous for the wrong things: murder, unacceptable levels of poverty, neighborhood discouragement, cutting-edge public policies that will exacerbate rather than correct what ails us. We have our civic provocateurs, but diatribe offers some important truths. Yet, as our beloved Mayor Rahm Emanuel likes to coin, in every crisis there is opportunity.
Our economic plan is the quality of life, the quality of our workforce, the quality of our infrastructure, and the certainty that you have in City Hall. Not only are we going to be a partner, we're going to shape our future and not be shaped by it.
Chicago Nonviolent Communication will be a nonprofit organization. Employing the best practices, we will engage in public-private partnerships while inviting global peace allies and ambassadorships. Our Governor Quinn enacted the Women's Business Owner Initiative in collaboration with the Federal Small Business Administration, along with a social impact bond. Through their gateway organization, SCORE Chicago, we will have available mentors, funding access programs, and networks with over 100 leading Chicago industries via mentorship and workshop seminars. Chicago Sun-Times new magazine, Grid, showcases this endeavor. Attending their 6-step certification process and community collaboration, we will produce a business plan, delivery system, marketing strategy, conference prospectus, grant proposals, and data mining analysis to yield an evaluation plan and benchmark outcomes. The end result will be job creation. We will employ peacemakers, beginning with 7 target group areas: school systems, healthcare, military and prisons, workplace, law enforcement, social services, family, and community. Our startup organization will spearhead 4 nonviolent communication directors reallocated from this incredibly talented and dedicated worldwide pool, and 7 board members gleaned from community leadership in Chicago outlined in the 7 target groups to solidify relevancy, adaptability, continuity, and flexibility ever present in real time. These board members will also play a critical role in determining strategic and benchmark analysis for successful outcomes unique to the challenges in Chicago within these 7 individual target groups. Nonviolent communication must engage current challenges that incorporate the diversity that is unique to Chicago. The launching point to the general public will be through the Chicago Public Library Speaker Series, held at locations in all 50 Chicago districts. I hope that your organization and everyone listening to my presentation will aid me in bringing this conversation to Chicago's table. There is room for peace employment in Chicago, Illinois. I work to have Chicago become a world-class peace metropolis. Supported by an enthusiastic civic duty, I am excited to have this opportunity to bring together global peace resources and government-sponsored partnerships that employ peacemakers in our community. The environment is right for this change, an idea whose time has come. Currently, peace allies are requesting our Congress to enact laws in various peace-building bills. The Youth Promise Act, the U.S. Department of Peace Building, and international peace-building budget priorities for the U.S. Institute of Peace, Complex Crisis Fund, and Conflict Stabilization Bureau. This is my contribution as a global citizen. Think globally, act locally. I envision nonviolent communication in Chicago as an interaction founded on mutuality and a common commitment to growth and transformation one district at a time, moving citizens beyond historical structures of behavior, dysfunctional families that wound so many, oppressive relationships, and inequalities of influence and respect. Please give a vote for peacemaker employment here in Chicago, Illinois. Thank you.